What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. I'm joined here by Dino the Genetic Marvel.
Yep.
And we got in the background in his industrial area down there on the grind, Greg on the ones and twos.
What up, y'all?
How everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Awesome. Start this shit off, one little announcement. June 18th, right around the corner. That's this weekend, big baby. Upside Down Studios and Paul Goon and a whole bunch of other folks. We all collaborated. We throwing a show down at the Wickyard. Come and check us out. There's comedy, there's metal, there's fun times. There's gonna be vendors and shit. $5 at the door. Doors open at 6 o'clock?
7.
Doors open at 7.
Yeah, doors at 7 and then music at 8.
Yep.
Sounds like a regular brouhaha. I like it.
Hosted by yours truly and Upside Down Studios crew. And it is a Halloween in June. So come dressed up in your funkiest outfits and come get fucked up and listen to some good music.
If you guys are having a lot of hot weather, maybe somebody could dress like Borat and just show up in the
Hello. Dude, I thought about it. I'm not even gonna lie. I gotta be a best man in the wedding that day. So I gotta cut the wedding short to come and host the show. Now I got maybe a 5-minute drive from where the wedding is to where the show is, and I gotta dress like Superman in my car. So the Borat thing might be an option because I have that outfit.
I will one-up you. A friend of mine did a Superman outfit for one Halloween that was quite nice because what he did was he wore a suit. Under the suit had a Superman shirt, but he had a different tie that looked like it was like coming off of him. So like he always looked like he was getting ready to. So he just unbuttoned his dress shirt and wear the suit and then put on the different tie so it looks like he's floating, like he's about to take off his suit to become Superman. Might be an alternative, but then you got to wear a suit. And I'll be honest, I would love to see you in a suit.
I'm gonna be in a teal suit, actually. I think it's teal and black.
Teal? Does it shine? Does it shine a little bit?
I don't know. I actually did. I gotta go pick up my shit tomorrow. But I did go get matching suspenders, and I got my cufflinks with my initials on them because I'm bougie like that. And I went and even got a pair of tennis shoes because I ain't wearing dress shoes. But tennis shoes that are teal to match the whole ensemble there.
You know what? Nice shoes, though, make a wedding go like good versus bad. If you don't have nice shoes, you're done.
Yeah.
At our wedding, Victoria got a basket of nice like indoor sandals and put them in the woman's bathroom. And within 2 hours, they were gone.
Yeah, no shit.
Of them, yeah.
We are joined by Big Snizzle in the house.
What up?
What up, Big Sniz? So,
not much. Just rolled in. I'll jump. I got to get my Bluetooth set up, but then I'll be ready to rock and roll.
Do what you do, bro. So I guess we're going to start talking about just surveillance and Big Brother. I mean, we all know that there's that hint of surveillance everywhere, whether it be for the government or local law enforcement or just some stalker chick. But I came across a video from the ACLU, and this guy was talking about real shit. Like, this isn't like stuff that's being talked about implemented. This isn't stuff that's prototype. This is real shit from 2018. This was happening. So you can imagine right now what they got.
It's already old.
Right. First thing is a stingray. You ever heard of a stingray or a hailstorm? That is an antenna. Remember when they started putting up these 5G's antennas? And they, everybody's talking about, this does this does that, and it was pretty much proven bullshit. Well, a lot of these antennas are fake. They're called stingrays. And what they do is they send a pulse out to cell phones, and it's almost like a game. The guy made the example of a game of Marco Polo. It yells Marco. Your phone has no choice but to yell Polo. And in that Polo signal is all your data. If they want your text messages, if they want your Facebook messages, any kind of written data and pictures, that can all be sent through.
Yeah. Okay. Side
First
note,
one, yeah.
is specifically like once again, right? We have a Alex Jones going, "Oh, they turned the frogs gay," and we're going, "Hey, man, that's crazy." And then we go, "Oh, so no, they didn't turn them gay; they turned them asexual, weird shit. Something started happening." So in the same sense, people are going, now you have crazy people saying these 5G antennas are going to read your thoughts. Hey guys, you're crazy. And it's like, oh, no, but there are other antennas that those actually, those are spying on you completely and utterly spying. You're going, so now it keeps on adding value to crazy shit people say.
Right. And the bad thing is, like, the Stingray and the Hellstorm, those are not like nicknames. Those are brand names. Those are the brand names.
And the guy of surveillance guy.
And the guy said, like, the first thing the guy said too was, I just want to let you people know I am not crazy. He gave his credentials, and then he said, I'm not crazy. And he says, I know that most crazy people will tell you that I'm not crazy, but this is all documented. I'm from the ACLU. This is how it's rolling and where it's rolling.
This is legal documentation.
Yeah.
This is what you call proof.
Right. Yeah. So call him crazy or not, but I mean, and I do give it to him. He didn't go all Alex Jones and screaming and shit, because then that might have fucked his game. But
guy, and it took everything he could to not start sounding crazy. Goes, I am clear on how this sounds. However, I'm reading. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not telling you a story. Yeah. I am reading legal documentation of this shit going down right now. I don't know. It did. Guy, we need a better class of criminal, like, for government. Like, we need a little more
smarter one.
Well, they need more like suspenders and going, well, I say that's an evil plan there, sir. Like some weird shit, like
nobody's petting the furless cats anymore.
No, there's my plan is
this I can see Marco doing that.
Oh, come on.
Like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
But, I mean, if you really think about it, this has kind of been going on. Think back to the old mob days and stuff like that, where they were tapping lines and stuff before it was even had to go to the Supreme Court to be interpreted whether that was legal or not. Like, we have been under the most technologically advanced for the time. No matter what era you were in, you have been under the most advanced surveillance for that time since you've been in this country, period.
Also true. And let's be honest, the bad guys in the movie Goodfellas wasn't just the government. It was also that white babysitter.
That fucking
demon bitch.
Yeah. I know better. You're like, bitch, boom, pop.
Yep. She blew the whole game. She blew the whole game.
And you know what? Just for pride. Where's your pride now? Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kelly, Becky, whatever your name is. Garbage.
Samantha.
Very well. Samantha has got a smart mouth. Let's be honest.
So that was just like the first part. The first part of the whole the video. He started going into a little bit more of the technology. I guess the one that blew my mind the most was the cameras and the LED light bulbs. Remember once upon a time when you got that letter in the mail? Well, for us in the States.
We had them too.
It said, there was a program. New green light. Yep, there's a program. New free green light bulbs. We're going to send you certain LED ones. And then they sucked. They didn't even last long at all.
Oh, those were terrible. Yeah, the power company sent them out, and then they charged you on your bill for them later.
Well, supposedly.
I heard about that. Not everyone else.
Baltimore Gas and Electric did it. I lived in Maryland at the time. They sent you these free government light bulbs, And then you notice your fucking electric bill went up, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And there's a charge
And they were
for
expensive
fucking
as
light
shit.
bulb.
They were expensive as shit.
You know what? Like, I honestly, I remember the whole campaign was like, hey, these new light bulbs, they're good for the environment. And you know what? You should try them where everyone usually hangs out. And now we're looking back going, oh, and they were surveillance. We're like, oh, shit, we would not survive in a zombie apocalypse, man. We would run at the zombies, be like, give us a hug. They just need emotion.
Yeah,
stupid, man. They just need to feel some contact.
Yeah. Yeah.
So apparently that was pretty much the selling pitch to the government about these things. You know, why don't you take your inefficient incandescent bulbs in the street lights and replace them with these LED bulbs? And hey, they just so happen to be cameras with microphones in them too.
Well, okay. Do you guys
They
have?
never should have got rid of them goddamn sodium lamps. Those at least lit up the fucking streets.
Yep.
Also true.
You couldn't fucking commit crime in the street if it had a fucking sodium light on.
When those came on, you knew you had to get your ass home.
You could run a solar panel with those things. Are you kidding? Hold on. Did you have your? Do you guys have CCTV like downtown or no? Like in your city or more like city center area? Because the stuff
I'm
we
sure
have, like,
we
downtown.
do to an extent.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm sure we do because we've got our downtown consists of mostly courthouses.
Yeah,
we've got a federal. Believe it or not, Youngstown actually has a decent sized federal courthouse.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure our downtown sector has CCTV. Nothing like a major metropolitan city, though.
So what we'll have is like those buildings will have their own CCTV. But then, like in the club district in Toronto, I know that they'll have like on a post.
Oh yeah, it'll
be a big orb with cameras going everywhere,
like a crosswalk sign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like it's about it's like 4 of them.
Yeah, but I mean it'd just be like right on the corner of the road there somewhere, just on its own, just standing there with cameras.
Yeah, that's what we have.
Yeah, I noticed that the last time I was in Toronto. I was like, holy shit, you are like under the thumb.
Hey, London, England is like a million times worse. Like
I heard that. Well, did you see that
Russia, the worse it gets.
That British cop just got sentenced today yesterday or today for posting George Floyd memes. He got jail time just for posting memes.
Jesus.
Yeah, there were videos of people getting visited at their house by police. Because they posted something online. They're like, hey, you posted this online. They're like, yeah. Like, wow, are you okay? I'm like, the fuck out of here, man. Like, listen, the one thing I can really attribute is like proper, like English tough guys still exist. And guy, they are not nice people.
No.
Like, if you try and come at them like, get the fuck out of it. They'll beat the shit out of you. Guy, they invented, like, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself, stupid? Like,
you got to remember, you got to, and I don't mean, when I say the skinheads, I'm not talking the neo-Nazi Aryan boys. I'm talking, you remember the old school oi punk
hooligans.
Skinheads?
Yeah.
You know, those tough bastards?
Yeah.
Them sons of bitches fought over they were some scrappy motherfuckers. That all came out of the heartland of England.
Oh, yeah.
All the steel mill towns of England, buddy. All the rough stuff.
The old bare knuckle bruisers and shit.
Dude.
Guy, they
soccer hooligans. Jesus Christ. Go to a soccer match and watch one of those drunken fights break out.
There's a movie with the main character on Sons of Anarchy. He did a movie before Sons of Anarchy about soccer hooligans called The Green something. I forget what it is, but it's like you watch it and it's mental because it's just hooligans and they do hooligan shit, man.
Dude,
it's
like,
man, like that is a different lifestyle, man. Like,
and that's not like clubbing where you can like be part of that lifestyle on a Friday or a Saturday and take.
No, that was your life.
That is your life. You live it every day.
Oh, guy.
Yeah. And you talk about hardcore. Yeah, I met some. I mean, I was into like the hard, not hardcore punk, but hardcore. You know, like New York hardcore, DC hardcore. It was still a little different than the punk, but some of the show bills would overlap. Holy fuck, man. Some of them dudes back in the day, man, even when I was crazy, I'd look at them and go, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's those sinewy bastards where you're going, they're tough as nails. And you're just going, listen, man, what the fuck what do they feed you guys? Because you're like, you're not a big guy, but it's like beaten leather. You're like, what? How are you still alive? And they're just like, let's keep going. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Dude, it's sometimes, man, it's weird. No, but that city surveillance is insane. And like, this is why? What the hell is happening that people are so poor at their job that they need to watch everybody every second of the day?
Well, there was one part of Oakland, they're using it to trace people who are on welfare and just to see if they commit fraud. Like, they don't have any kind of evidence. They don't have any inkling, no hunch. We just want to see if you're selling your food stamps. But where they fucked up in doing that shit was all this data goes into a fusion center, which is a big database that they got stationed everywhere, in the U.S. And in this database, ICE was attached to it. So they started pulling out all the illegals that were getting fucking food stamps. So it backfired on them because, it's a fucking sanctuary city, but they're just telling everybody where the fuck these people are.
Well, that was one of the things that they were saying was that I saw this on John Oliver, was with regards to the data privacy stuff, was that he goes that the government can't surveil you, but if your data is up for sale, they can purchase it completely legally and use that information however they see fit. So you're going, listen, guy, our information's being taken forcibly without our consent or knowledge, then in turn used against us. Which, listen, I'm happy because certain things that I do look will come up again. You're like, that's great. I like this stuff, and I would like stuff like that. Like it's some of it makes sense, but on the other side, you're going, why are you listening to everything I say, guy? I'm not that cool.
Dude,
I do have a wild background. I'll be honest, though. That's He-Man doing a workout. Come on.
I'll always make this example because this is what opened my eyes to the reality of it. Because we've all heard them stories. Oh, the government's listening to you. Oh, your phone, this and that. But nobody really believes it. Unless you're doing something really wrong, nobody really believes it.
Yeah.
We found out. Upside Down Studios found out the hard way. I seen a video that said there's certain keywords that you can't say on the internet, or they will get your show shut down. They will get your whatever you're doing shut down.
So we made a list of them. Set them all.
No, there was 3 of them, and I got through 2 of them. And after the second shutdown of our show, not only did our show shut down, the computers fucking shut down. Like Greg had to reboot and every fucking thing. Mm-hmm. The third time I went to do it, Scotty fucking hit me. He's like, dude, just fucking stop.
I remember that.
Yep.
Dude, I remember that guy. That was messed up.
Dude, that was I mean, crazy shit.
Listen, there's a certain it's a good listen. Freedom of speech is a great thing. I in no way, shape, or form do I say it is not. But there's freedom, and then free adjacent. Like
bullshit. Because this is where I'm going to get unpopular with some people. Even hate speech is free speech.
Yes,
you still have every right to say it.
I agree, but
I think you're an ignorant fuck. Like,
also agree. Yes, but what I'm saying is that you guys have free speech. Ish, right? Because free speech is I can say something that you don't want to hear, but I have a right to say it because that's what's fair and reasonable.
Now, right? The balance on that, though, you may have the right to say what you want, but you don't have a right to get away with the consequences.
Fair.
Now, you may say what you want, but somebody might knock you in the fucking mouth, and hey,
right.
That's what you get.
That's the price. That's the price.
That's what my old man used to tell me all the time. You can say whatever you want, but you're going to have to deal with the repercussions. You ain't got a choice but to get away from it.
Some of those are a punch in the mouth. Some of those may even be legal.
Yeah.
Right.
And they always try and use that. You might have freedom of speech, but you can't run into a crowded theater and yell fire, as an argument.
the fuck I can.
Entertaining, though. It's still entertaining.
What if there's a fucking fire?
I'm going in there and yelling, fire.
Depends on who's watching the movie.
yeah.
Except you, stay. It's not
stay. Everybody else out.
I'm just joking for you over there.
Yeah, rest of you get the fuck out of here.
But the other thing people get confused on is, you see the internet all the time when it's two people arguing and they're saying you're taking away my free speech, my freedom of speech, or when you're arguing with a chick at a store, or you're arguing with no, they're not. That freedom of speech is only from protection from the fucking government. If you're on private property, they're allowed to tell you get the fuck out if they don't like what you're saying.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Can they? Is it a trespass? Do they trespass you?
Yes, at that point it would be a trespass.
Yeah, if you're asked to leave,
it could be disturbing the peace too. It could be inciting, or it depends on what you're saying. But at the very least, it's going to be a trespass.
I feel like we should know that
but it's not my. If I'm in Home Depot, and here's what's fucked up is, and I'm gonna have to do that. Everybody who knows me knows I don't subscribe to this shit, but I'm gonna do it for the show and for sake of staying on the air.
Ta-da.
But I'm gonna show how fucked up it is, because I can't say the N-word, but I can say I went to Home Depot to pick up a wetback. Or I can say Home Depot has me. Home Depot says if I'm walking around Home Depot screaming wetback, and Home Depot wants to kick me out, they're not inhibiting my freedom of speech.
No.
I'm on their private property. They don't want their customers treated that way. They have a right to shut me the fuck up or make me leave.
Do people still do that shit though?
And they'll toss you out to the wetbacks.
You notice how fucked up that is, though, is that I couldn't say I went to Home Depot walking around saying the N-word, the N-word, the N-word. Because we would get canceled. We would get shut down. We would have, but I can say, hey, I'm walking around screaming wetback, and that's fucking half acceptable. It's still just as wrong, but it's half fucking acceptable.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, nobody wants equality. They just want their turn.
Right. They don't want equality. They want special fucking treatment.
Hey, and you know what, though? Like, let's be honest. It'd be nice to have the turn, right? It's like, I get it.
Why should I give up my turn?
That's the kicker. So, okay, I'm trying to.
We fought long and hard to keep everybody else down so we could build what we got. We're not going to give it up easy.
Hey, you know what? So I'm trying to make this into a joke, and it's really not turning into a joke. I said, no. So this is the joke that I was going to say. It was like, listen, ladies want to be in charge. You know what? Go for it. Just take what you want. Oh, you can't because you're small and frail. Sit the fuck down and get on with it. You know what? Like. But then you're like, oh, no, it's just not nice. It's just mean things to say. Like, stuff that's going to get you canceled. That's all.
I might use that on stage.
Hey, don't do any worse than you've been doing.
If you want to take the joke, it's $25. Okay, that's okay. That's the going rate.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
I couldn't help myself on
I don't know. What are you going to say, right?
That was an underhanded lob. Oh, shit.
But I guess one of the things that kind of bothered me about the surveillance shit, just one of the things, law enforcement are taking, they're asking these like gas stations. I think it's doing it in Michigan.
Yes.
And they're going, well, we'll give you these surveillance cameras and we'll give you the light bulbs or whatever. You put them up. Yeah, they give them the system. You monitor and give us, let us see whatever, and we give you preferential treatment. If you call the cops, we're there. There's extra, patrolling over there. There's extra this, there's extra that.
I think that's unfair.
Yeah. I mean, you should be doing that shit. If you can patrol the Quickie Mart fucking 5 times, take a ride down the goddamn street where the guy's selling the dope.
And you know what? I think, what would be fair is if they said, listen, we're going to give you this new surveillance system, but condition is we get full access to the information. That's a fair trade. That's a fair trade, right? Saying we're going to pass by extra times, that's coercion. Fuck you guys.
Correct.
That's fucking dirty shit.
Correct.
Why don't you guys fucking do your job?
We were talking about your city surveillance, and I do remember somebody telling me that, like, Annapolis has projects too. Yeah. Even though it's got, $4 million apartments. Yeah. apartment.
Every town got a ghetto.
Right. But what Annapolis City did was when they got their extra funding, they did exactly what like Toronto did, except it's right at the entrance to the projects. So every car going in and out gets their plate scanned.
Yeah. Who's buying? Who's delivering? Who knows? Check them all.
Yep. Well, DoorDash and Uber and all that shit. Fuck that all up.
But now you've got, this surveillance goes into even deeper than just, our search history and shit like that, because there's plate scanners everywhere. Get on the fucking turnpike right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting rid of toll booths. They got rid of man toll booths. They're even getting rid of regular fucking tickets and pay now. Yeah. And as they're upgrading, you either have Easy Pass or they take a picture of your license plate and send you a bill.
Dude, I got a stack of them fucking bills I haven't paid yet.
You better pay them or they won't let you renew your fucking tags.
Yeah. My thing is,
they're all PA. They don't count.
If I go to the border, I should be able to fucking buy a temporary Easy Pass at the border. I'm going to the States, I should be able to buy an Easy Pass.
I think actually right over the border, I think you can at like one of the rest areas, because you put however much you want on it. Like, you know what I mean? You load as you go. So they're all temporary. You know what I mean?
The last time I went was probably around 4 or 5 years ago. And I went to Delaware and Pennsylvania. And that was the one thing, was my buddy, he had an Easy Pass because his in-laws lived in Pennsylvania. So it was easy. But I'm like, if I'm just driving down, number one, I'm going to have an Ontario plate, which, boom, immediately I'm getting pulled over.
Yep.
And if I'm carrying cash, that's going to be civil forfeiture. Bye. Go fuck yourself.
I did just
read, you're white. You might not lose your money.
I did just read that the new stricter cell phone search criteria got shot down in Canada today or yesterday or today. They were trying to introduce new legislation that at the border, the wording of the legislation to have authority to search people's electronic devices was they wanted to change it to be very loose, to even looser than it is. Like, they don't need probable cause. They just wanted for someone to have a suspicion.
Yeah. We don't want to be China-like. We want to do exactly what they do.
Right.
Very much.
I mean, it was kind of scary what they were, imposing. That meant literally they could pull anybody over that met just one, and everybody, all four of us meet one of the criteria on a sketchy checklist. You know what I mean?
Some of us more than one. Let's be honest.
Right, but all you would have to do is meet one of those criteria, and then they're searching everybo's digital devices in the vehicle.
Yeah, you're guilty.
Talk about a huge intrusion of privacy.
See, and this is the thing is, it's not enough that probable cause isn't really there. Like, it's, hey, this guy's got a smart mouth. Okay, that doesn't give you the right to come and fucking check my shit out. Sorry. That could mean you should be knowledgeable of me. Sure, maybe. But you don't have any right to surveil me, to actually get information. Most guys just would give cop.
When I got deported at the border of fucking the Canada border in Buffalo, over that bridge. Now, mind you, my grandma was staying in Buffalo before she passed away. So the family, we all went up to Buffalo, and we had people in from Minnesota and everybody. Well, so the whole family's in Buffalo. But they kept telling us, well, the bridge to Canada is right there. Now, my dumb high ass, me and my cousin, I've been to Canada a few times before that.
Yeah.
Didn't dawn on me I wasn't in Buffalo when I went. I was at the Peace Bridge, Niagara, and shit like that.
Yeah.
2 different fucking bridges. 2 very different bridges.
You didn't.
So my cousin and I are walking across this fucking bridge, and I'm like, it's only been a couple of years since I've been out here. They changed a lot of this shit. Like, did something happen? Did the casino go bankrupt? Some shit. So
did the casino go bankrupt? Have you seen the Asians in the line to get in and out of them casinos?
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, it just didn't.
Marco, if you got to think Oriental chicks, you need to go to Niagara.
Hey, man.
So my cousin and I get to the end of this bridge,
Yeah.
Like we walked this whole damn bridge. I look like an Asian. I had a camera, you know, I'm taking pictures and shit, you know, we're bullshitting. And my cousin's telling me, he's like, you know what? We could probably get some good bud over here and just bring it across. There's nobody on the bridge, nobody bothered us, nothing. Yeah. First hit of surveillance. As soon as he got done saying what he was saying, out of nowhere,
they were like,
there was a chubby chick in a fucking flak jacket with an M16 on her shoulder, and she walked up. She's like, "What are you guys doing?" Just sightseeing,
coming to
for real,
dude. This is no lie. This is the beginning. This is the frick, man. So,
hey, number one, your friend's an idiot. Number one,
my cousin, yeah.
The fucking dipshit. Hey, you know what we should do? While we're on the borderline, let's fuck shit up. Yeah. Idiot.
So this lady escorts us into this like the back of the building. It just looked like this just regular plaster building. It was kind of blue and just regular door, like metal door. Opened it up. She was like, empty your pockets and take your shoes off. Excuse me?
Hey. Lift your sack. Just spread your cheeks and cough.
Yeah. So I don't know what the hell is going on. And I'm thinking, you know, my cousin did some dirt in Minnesota, whatever. You know,
he did some dirt in Minnesota.
Well,
so I'm thinking, like, fuck.
He's
you know,
wilding out in Green Bay.
So we go through the other door, and it looked like a movie. It was a big sign that said Department of Immigration across the top of it. I'm like, how did... I mean, like, this didn't even look like it could fit in this little side, the building. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, what the hell did my cousin do? I can't even I couldn't even call my mom or nothing. Like,
hey, don't you bugger me.
So I give the people my ID, my social security card and my license. And they take it, and my cousin gives them, all he had was a school ID. So he handed them that. They called me to the back.
There you go.
The hell are you calling me to the back? So now I got this little now look, she was cute and she was like maybe 4 inches shorter than me, so I couldn't give her any bit of respect. Like,
yeah, but her dick was bigger than yours.
Oh, she tried. She tried. Like, she put out this
ham
paper.
Hawk. They call her old ham hawk.
She put out this paper and there was a bunch of different social security cards, like copies of them. And she's like, "Where'd you get your social security card?" I was like, "It's mine." You know,
where'd you get the social security office, motherfucker? So
she's like, "These are copies of real social security cards. Your card is fake. Where'd you get this card?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. I was in the military. If the U.S. military could take that identical social security card, I'm sure I could get into Canada." So
evidently not.
She walks back out. She comes back in. She slams this clipboard down in front of me. "Where did you get your bogus card?" Dude, at that point, look, this little chick screaming in my face. I got up. My mama gave it to me. I saw the spit fly out of my mouth and cover this chick. Oh, dude, I roared it at her like she was one of my kids, dude. She walked back out. Nevertheless, we got escorted by gunpoint. Armed, escorted back across the fucking bridge where we got detained again by the American side.
Absolutely. Listen, to all law enforcement, hold on, to all law enforcement out there, shoot Marco first, ask questions later. That's it.
I have never had a problem entering or leaving Canada on the Canadian side.
And this is the reason why I don't even try to grow a beard anymore. At that time, I had a little beard. My mom had the nerve to say they deported you because you look like an Arab. Because it was around the whole 9/11 time.
Oh, definitely. For sure.
I'm like, this is coming from my mama. No.
Yeah, because I was like, every time I've ever gone to Canada, every time I talk to their border control, they're like, okay, well, how long are you going to be in town for? I don't know, week, 10 days. Okay, where are you going? Oh, we got friends. Blah, blah, blah. We'll be here around here. Well, have a good time.
I never met, aside from them folks, I never had any
in the United States. I've been pulled over and had my car searched once. I had one guy I argued with for like 15 or 20 minutes, and finally at the end of it, I'm like, I'm a fucking citizen. You have to fucking let me back in. You don't have a fucking choice.
I think that's true, right?
Yeah, that's true. He's got to. He can detain me, but he's got to let me back in the fucking country.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
What is he going to detain you on?
Over the line.
Not that it was a big deal that it was to be. I'd rather would have been stuck in Canada than I would have been in fucking Buffalo. But it was still the point of the matter that I was like, "Fuck you, dude! You can't say no." Like,
yeah.
You can say yes and then put me in the little room till you figure shit out, but you can't say no.
That's it.
Like, the American border agents are fucking cocks.
That's true, though. See, this is the problem: is they've been brainwashed into thinking that they're the frontline defense of America, and you're like, guy, you're definitely not. Okay, not the TSA, not border control. You are barely a pylon, and at best, you're a flashlight. Calm down, okay? Just calm down.
You're literally an overpaid and overrated toll booth agent.
Wall of America, man. My chest.
Like, shut the fuck up, stamp my shit, and let me drive over the fucking bridge.
Yeah, now the immigration people are totally different.
Them right now,
M16.
I'm a floor, and I bet I can get it. I bet I can get halfway before you can.
That's so mean. Why you got insulted like that, guy? That's like insulting the fat cop who can't keep up. Of course he can't. He's got a fucking...
Start talking backwards. Come on, man. Come on. You can get me.
Come on, bro.
Man, that's not nice. Make fun of him because of a cop, not because he's fat.
I didn't. No, not because of fat. I'm saying he's sitting in a toll booth yelling at me. I'm just going to drop it and drive and floor it. Like, catch me before I get halfway if you can.
You know what, though? Have you ever been to actual Wall Street? The barriers they have there, you're like, guy, those barriers are terrifying. And the amount of weapons they have, like, in the actual Wall Street, like, area, guy, it's way superior than anything I've seen at the border.
Right. You know why? Because America protects what's important to it. Yeah. Money. Look, I was in Youngstown one afternoon, and a bank was actually moving to a temporary location because their foundation under their permanent building fucking crumbled. So they had to have repairs. They moved the vault. They moved the whole vault.
Yeah.
On the back of a fucking box truck, an unmarked box truck. I watched the box truck, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I watched the truck back up to the building, and I watched 18 motherfuckers with submachine guns slung like they're in fucking Kandahar. Surround this motherfucker. And I'm like, you realize there's at least 2 rapes and 5 overdoses going on right now in this fucking city.
As we speak.
And this is what we're protecting. Insured money at that. It's insured money.
Yeah, but you also know that's probably private. That's probably a private security though.
Listen, none of those guys actually know what the fuck they're doing. Let's be honest, okay?
They're
paid well, and one of them's got it backwards.
No doubt, because I literally watched the whole process, and I was like, just sitting in my car, and I was like, I've got all of you picked off right now before you know where the shots came from.
Come on, man.
Like, no one even looked my way. No one paid attention to me because I was there before they moved, like before they moved in.
Yeah.
So since there was no movement from me, like I was like, I literally could own you right now.
Yeah.
It's just too bad I don't have any of those weapons on you.
Finders keepers, bitches. No, man, come on. That's not how you defend it. Fucking. Anyways, listen.
No, it'd been like this scene out of.
That's exactly how you defend your money.
No, but that's the thing is that people keep on thinking that anyone gives a shit about them, and you're like, hey, newsflash, no one gives a shit. If you don't have money, and even at that, you're like, well, are you gonna give me your money? You're like, no. Like, well, no. Okay, then I still don't care.
Right.
Oh, there you go. That's
right. It's truly not. Honestly, if you want to get right down to it, it is not about color. It's about your socioeconomic background. It's do you have money or do you not? Now, yes, more people live below that money line that are people of color or whatever, but still at the very end of the day, it doesn't matter what color your skin is. It only matters how much money you have, because the have always tries to keep the have-nots from having. They don't want their shit. They don't want to give out any. They want all the pie. They don't want everybody to have a piece of it.
Sure. Listen, and there is a direct correlation beside the idea that people's involvement. Remember, being wealthy isn't the fact that I get to buy cool shit. It's that I don't have to spend time to get the coolest, top quality shit. That's the difference, right? Because the fact is, if you're poor, you can get there with your own two hands. It's just going to take forever, right? It's like digging a ditch. I can do it with just my hands. But you know what? I could do it faster with a shovel. Oh, I could do it even faster with a fucking backhoe. Oh, I could do it faster with it. Like it's that's what it pays for. It gives you more time, right? So in the same sense, the money is just giving people more freedom. I can pay for my freedom, no problem. I will just pay extra, pay my lawyer to go get involved in city council, so I don't have to worry about it. But I know all that surveillance shit ain't on my street because my drinks get delivered. So, I'm a classy bitch that way.
It's the truth. Like, it's the truth. Listen, at one point in time, past statute of limitations, I was involved in certain illegal activities. And I had junkie customers, and I had judges as customers.
Fucked up, isn't that?
And they both did the same drug. And they both called at 4 a.m. every 5 minutes, wanting more. There was no difference between the two, except the fact that the judge had money and the other one didn't. And the judge was going to continue to get away with it. The judge was going to continue, it was going to be, but and that judge came from money.
Yeah. And you know what?
That judge locked up other people that I fucking sold shit to.
For having the same shit.
For doing the same shit.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I didn't name names. And this, like I said, if it's past the statute of limitations for me, it's past the statute of limitations for them.
You know what, though? That's one thing that I've always had a problem with is if you are a judge, you should be held doubly accountable. You write the law.
And the reason that's fair is because you chose to be a judge.
Also fair. That is a choice, right?
It's a choice. No one forced you to do it.
Like, there's that, like, because lawyers say they have that moral box,
obligation.
right? Well, no, it's that they're like, oh, well, I'm not morally accountable for this. I'm just doing what the law entails.
Oh, right? Correct. Yes.
And you're going, yes, that's fine. I understand that. But also, fuck you. How about that?
Well, you know what? There's a difference too between a lot of lawyers that do pro bono work.
True. For
people that absolutely are dead guilty, that aren't trying to get their client out of any wrongdoing. They're just trying to make sure that their rights and their civil liberties aren't violated. And then there are the scumbag, hawks that have no soul, that don't mind getting a child murder, that like revel in getting a child murderer off. Not the lawyer that is, hey, there's just like normal people in that profession. There's good guys and there's a lot of schmucks.
There's not bad people and bad people.
You're right.
There's no good
guys. You're right. You're right.
Fucking hey.
You're right. Lawyers, preachers, and used car salesmen. They're not bad. Yeah. And then there's bad, but there's no good.
There's no real, like, there are certain conditions that have to be met for those jobs to actually be a good person. Like some guy who's a used car salesman, but only because he needs it on paper because he likes to give cars away for free. You're like, oh, okay, but that doesn't exist, right? There's technically,
No, usually he's only a used car salesman on paper, but he actually sells party supplies.
Right. You're going, it's an administrative.
That car lot's just to freshen that money up a little bit. Because it stinks a little.
It's
to breathe it.
I like that we have money launderer is far superior to used car salesman, like significantly different. I agree. Don't get me wrong.
Listen, the reason I don't have a problem with money laundering is because the only person you're defrauding when you launder money is the fucking government.
They're the worst.
I want to hide every single red fucking cent from those assholes. And I don't have a problem with anybody else who does.
Yo, no,
that's the only way they're, go ahead.
The idea that you actually pay personal income tax is insane, right? Like, there should only be a corporate sales tax for money that corporations make, taxed, pays revenue. Why? Because a corporation uses the roads, right? People build the roads. There are roads. They're not your roads. The corporation should be. So the idea that we pay personal taxes is ludicrous in and of itself. Property taxes, absolutely, right? Agricultural taxes, sure.
Why should we have to continue to pay property tax on a piece of land we already own?
Because we don't own it, you son of a bitch. That's why. We're being scammed. We don't own shit. We don't own nothing.
You don't.
We are long-term renters and slaves to the patriarchy. I love it.
It's kind of like some of that, though. What you say in jest, though, there's a lot of truth in that.
Yeah, no, I just sound like a caricature. I'm actually totally serious.
I know, because it's the truth. You know,
you can't.
You just naturally look jolly.
If you look at how most of us are conditioned to work, I mean, we get paid a little bit, but very few people actually get the recompense that they deserve for the amount of sacrifice they give between personal, family, and everything else. The majority of people that do work to live.
Yes.
Period.
I would, and I feel like that's a growing population, right? More people are unable to have savings or be in a profitable existence. They are surviving, essentially.
Let's go, Brandon.
So
the dog said it.
I heard "Let's go, Brandon" and got pissed.
I have a question. So I think whoever was in power now, there's a very good chance we would be having an economic situation. I don't think it would be the same, but I still think we would be having some sort of issue. How much better do you think it would be?
I missed half of that because of some commotion going on.
So I think
if Trump was still around, is that what you're saying?
Well, anyone else, right? Let's be honest. Maybe there's a crazy third party of some sort of clown population that voted. I don't know.
But, okay, so somebody other than
right.
Yeah.
I think we still would have had an economic crisis. I just don't think it would be as bad as is being done right now. That's
I agree, because some power and some fear shifted in the world. Anytime that happens, there is a ripple effect. Yep. So yes, there is some only minute truth to when our current administration says, it's because of Russia and Ukraine. It's because of China. It's because of this. Yeah. That small. No. That's the difference between, that's the pebble ripple.
Yeah.
That's the pebble ripple that we would be feeling. Those things that they're naming. That's only the pebble ripple.
Yeah.
What our current administration did was they said that little fish tank pebble didn't create a big enough ripple.
They dropped a fucking brick in the goddamn water.
They took Mount Rushmore and threw that bitch in the pond. Because
it's like, this isn't America enough. Let's light it on fire.
That dumpster is only rolling downhill. It is not on fire yet.
Let's hit it with arrows. We're just pow.
Viking funeral for our economy.
That's it. That is fucking it.
Fuck. Hey. Honestly, the economy is the fucking Viking funeral of dumpster fires. That is the perfect fucking analogy if I have ever heard one. Yeah, stop trying to make sense. It's America.
Right.
Yeah, you know what, man? Listen, America was top tier, guy. It really, don't get me wrong, man. You guys fucked it right now. But there was a time you guys were the gold standard, and man,
dude, the Reagan era, the fucking Reagan era, we had the entire world by the balls.
Listen, you had top tier chicks, and you don't have top tier chicks anymore. You have a couple, but It's moved back to Europe.
We went bottom shelf. We went bottom shelf like cheap.
You kind of,
When we did like we do to everything else, when we started making our chicks out of plastic, just like everything else we throw away, they went to trash.
Listen, you relied heavily.
Recyclable.
When they stopped being fucking corn-fed farm girls that could whoop your ass but still look good in a pair of jeans.
Also true. Listen, you relied on automation and went into surgical enhancement. Eventually it happens to every economy, right? That's just.
I blame Southern California.
Yeah, well, we all do.
You know what? Honestly, you know what's going on in the world right now, or at least in our country? Fucking Southern California and fucking Miami Beach had a fucking baby.
Oh, I think they might be related on that baby, man. It might be.
That
baby might have some issues.
We have some of the most inbred donkey fucking leftist fucking crazy horse shit going on. That's being not only is it being widely accepted, but it's also you are being told if you don't accept it, you're wrong. You're fucked up. You're damaging your kids because at 5 years old, I don't want a trans dude shaking his fake wiener in front of my fucking 5-year-old.
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
who's got 18 felonies for fucking a gator?
He's absolutely fucking right.
What was the word he said at the beginning? The fucking guy. That was too much. I don't know. I'm gonna write down the time.
Here's two things that are happening in the world that I just fucking found out right before the show. One, as fucked up as our economy is right now, and as poor as people are living right now in the States, we're sending another $650 million to the Ukraine. Just got approved. Thanks a lot, fucking Democrats. And the second thing, Ohio Bill 99 got passed. And people are talking all kind of shit about it, trying to, down it and everything, which I feel like is a good idea.
What is it?
They're now allowed to have armed teachers and people on school grounds and shit now. Oh my God, people are having a fucking fit about
now
that.
There's a law about it. Great. Those criminals who want to shoot up a school will see the law and say, well, I've been thwarted. Great. Fuck you. Fuck you and your stupid ideas.
We need to go back to the Wild West and remove all fucking gun laws. Just everybody grab one. If you don't want one, fuck you. Don't argue with anybody.
I just don't understand how the decades and decades, especially out this way in Ohio. Once upon a time, this is all farmland. The decades and decades and decades of kids fucking carrying shotguns in the back of their truck, hunting before school, hunting after school, coming. There was no mass shootings.
There were high school rifle teams.
Yes!
That's still a sport, no?
Not a rich white kids got shot put.
Maybe in a very, very rich white school.
Have you guys ever
a very rich private white school? You might have a skeet team.
I hit somebody with a shot.
You want to shoot some clay?
They got hurt.
You hit somebody with a shot put. That's what I meant with skeet. But you hit somebody with a shot put.
Yeah, they were.
Fuck.
Dude, they got really hurt too, eh?
Yeah, they would. How much does that thing weigh?
Hey, it was like an 8-pound. Like it was a small one.
So still that's an 8-pound rock coming out of the sky.
Hey, did you see Dino's arms?
Right.
The worst part was they were way more athletic than I was. Like I was not going to get like higher than a bronze, maybe a silver if someone called in sick. They were like should have got gold. They were out for the season. I felt so bad, man.
Did you throw out of bounds or something, or was it their fault?
I think there was a mix like, hey, I was throwing, they didn't really realize, but I didn't call it out. They were walking in where they shouldn't have, but I wasn't really aiming that direction either. Like, there was blame everywhere. It was just a horrible situation. They were still young. Like, the next year, they were back with gusto. It's fine. But, yeah.
I feel like he was talking shit about you.
Now just starting to suffer from the twitches from the TBI you gave him.
Yeah, that's not my problem. That's
not my problem.
That's Ontario insurance for health problem.
I was gonna say, you guys got great health coverage up there. He's fine. He's fine. It's all good.
Public school, public health care. Good luck getting a claim, asshole. Fuck you.
Yes, I gotta find a way to get to Canada, and I'm gonna declare I don't know.
Listen, the way surveillance laws are going, you could probably say that you're a refugee.
I was just about to say that. I'm going to come over on a raft. I'm going to cross Lake Erie on a fucking inflatable.
No, not Erie. Erie's dangerous, man. Go closer to go after the falls, on that side, Lake Ontario. Go on that side. That's safer. You don't, Erie's dangerous.
That's what
man.
we're gonna see that
Same
shit on
Michigan.
the news.
Michigan's
Jared's
fucking
gonna
deep.
just be stuck on a fucking little rubber raft he got from Dollar General, hanging from the fucking
A
pole.
little swimming pool raft. Have my snorkel in my fins.
Just come on, we're almost there.
I can see it now. Joyce will call and tell us on, and be like, "Fuck it, leave him there, asshole." Asshole.
All right, guys.
Take the kids with
listen, I wouldn't put it past me to try.
Is that the light, Greg?
Yeah, we got 4 minutes left.
All right, so thanks everybody for coming out for the show. I hope everybody who watched, a few that are watching, Surge and the rest of y'all guys, thanks for joining us tonight.
Pool noodle and flippers, hell yeah.
I was about to say the same thing.
I got my little mask and snorkel from fucking Family Dollar.
I can see it would look like the cartoon, because he'd go into the donut.
Make sure I get a bright neon color
small.
so you guys can find me when I'm floating.
His floaty will be too small, so it'll get stuck right between the titties and the belly.
My wrap's one of those ones that's clear up top with pink flamingos and silver on the bottom. Remember those ones?
Looks like a
cup holders in it.
Like a cupcake, see through.
Yeah, a cup holders in it. You got to have the beer when you cross the lake.
Gonna come out of that water with nothing but a bunch of pink eyes.
Got a Budweiser for while I'm on the American side, and then I got a Keith's when I'm on the Canadian side.
Hey, and you need a slingshot Speedo, one of the ones Borat wears.
Borat wore.
Hey, I'm a refugee. What's up,
dude? I would kayak in one of those for a bit, for a studio bit.
That's a bad porno, man.
I'm thinking we can work something out around one of these little. Oh, fuck it.
That being said, nobody wants that image in their head. That being said, that's what the fuck Wednesday.
My wife is begging me to go put it on right now.
Go check out Retired Schedules tomorrow.
Yep.
There's the Wickyard banner. Check that shit out. We got the Vinyl Thursday tomorrow, Full Album Friday. We got the Stay at Home Comedy Show. Check out Dino's page. Check out Upside Down Studios page. And check us all the fuck out. We out.
Later.